Hi guys, so I've just arrived in San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica, and it's going to be my final destination in Costa Rica before I fly to El Salvador. It's about 3 o'clock and it is nice and warm, but it's a little bit cooler than it was on the coast because obviously we're a little bit higher up. At the moment I'm just walking through some of the parks and I'm on my way to an area called Barrio Amon, which is highly recommended. The Lonely Planet describes it as a nice leafy suburb with lots of cool cafes. So I'm going to wander that way and have a look around. So we're in Barrio Amon now, and I feel a little bit like Lonely Planet exaggerated how nice it was. I mean, there are a few kind of cafes and a few coloured buildings, but generally it just seems quite built up and not quite as charming as I was expected. So I'm continuing my walk and heading towards Mercado Central. I always love a good market, and it's usually a fairly cheap place to get some food, and I am absolutely starving. So I've come down onto the main street now, the National Theatre, right over there, and seems to be a little bit more happening. There's a lot more going on. Lots of street vendors. Still haven't had anything to eat, but I haven't quite reached the market yet. So I'm going to see if there's anything around here first, and then keep on going towards the Central Market. I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, but initially, to be honest, I'm not 100% sold on San Jose. We'll have to see.
Is there anything to do?
So you guys know that I love a good market, and Mercado Central here in San Jose is actually a pretty good one. So there's a lot of fruit and veg, fresh fish, lots of meat, and then there's also loads of mini cafes and restaurants that actually do really good budget food. Because, like I said before, I've been finding Costa Rica quite expensive on a backpacker budget, but you can eat here for about $3 or $4 for lunches, and this place stays open till 6, so you can have an early dinner here as well. So I've come to one of the lunch places and they've got loads of options here. They've got tortillas con queso, so cheese tortillas, tacos, lots of nice juices, and it's only a few dollars for a meal, so that's more like it on my budget. I always order the lemon juices without sugar. Learned how to say it in Spanish, and they're always really shocked because they add sugar to absolutely everything here. But it's actually pretty nice and really refreshing. I actually don't know how to eat this. Even to tip the salad off. Oh wow, okay. Oh. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, they're very hot. Definitely burnt the inside of my mouth. Now I'm on my way to try and find a dessert place that I've been reading about. But it's not all very well signposted here, so it's quite hard to find. Hola. Finally found it after walking around for ages, so I'm hoping I can get some good dessert here. This seems to be one of the most popular places in the market. I'd already read about it in advance, and they're famous for this vanilla ice cream that they do with cinnamon. Oh my god, that's so good. It's like a really thick ice cream, to be honest. And then they have cinnamon cookies that you can dip in as well. It seems to be pretty popular with, there's a lot of locals here. There's quite a few tourists as well. You can see why it's so popular. Just slightly out of the market, and this street here seems to be selling mainly fruit and vegetables. And there's people outside all of the shops on microphones trying to outsell each other, which means it's quite a noisy place. Hello. You can always rely on the shopkeepers to be friendly. It's not immediately the prettiest city, but if you actually make an effort and come and explore some of the streets, there's quite a lot of nice street art. And then this street here is lined with palm trees and there's pretty buildings on either side. What looks like a castle actually. I'll probably do my research and find out what it actually is. A lot of the skyline isn't actually the prettiest, so I've been walking around trying to spot buildings that actually look pretty nice. And I saw this church on the skyline and it does look quite pretty. Better than a lot of the buildings around here. I sound like I'm being quite negative about it, but I think it's just not one of my favourite places that I've visited in the area. Not quite late enough for the bars to be open, so I've come to Cafe Alma, which is inside the National Theatre, and it's one of the most atmospheric and the most prettily designed cafes in the whole of the downtown San Jose. We've got a lemon meringue pie and a coffee, so I'm pretty happy.